We have a few tools available to us in order to create seams within our geometry. If we go to Tools, we'll have Break and Detach Edge Verts. The difference between the two mainly is the fact that Detach Edge Verts, really its main desire is to, from a selection, break off your current UV element into multiple elements. Okay, so if we go ahead and make a selection, let's say in face mode, the end result of this is going to be a new element from our current selection, which is here. Now, with face mode enabled, so if we go ahead and grab these faces and do Tools, Break, we're going to get the same exact behavior. There really is no different when making a selection in edge mode, or excuse me, in face mode. The main difference comes to the fact that Break will work in any component mode. So if I were to kind of come in here, grab this particular vertex and break, it's going to create seams here. And if I were to go ahead and continue down, we'll hit Control B, select these verts, Control B, and then we'll do the same thing down here, Control B. We should have a separate element down the middle. So let's grab edges. You get to see how these are broken up into separate elements. Each vert ended up breaking apart into its own, or excuse me, each polygon broke up into its own element, and that's the way that the break tool works on edge level. Now if we were to go down, or vert level, if we were to go down to edge level, make a selection, let's come down here. Selecting just one edge won't yield any results. So if we go to Tools, Break, it won't break with just one selection. You need at least two continuous edges in order for Break to give you any sort of result. So here we now have, if we look at for the green line, we can see our seam here, and then we can continue this. Let's grab these two, Control B, and let's break this up to its own element, Control B, and you get to see how much control we actually have with the break tool. And then we'll select by element, and now you get to see this is one complete element. And if we were to try to do a similar thing with the detach edge verts, so let's go ahead here and just make a selection, whoop, like so, and just hit D, which is the hotkey. You get to see there is no green line since we don't have a seam, but if we were to try the same thing, and actually I'm going to come short and just ignore this edge, we'll hit D, nothing here, so we'll try to select this. Let's see what we get. See, this is still one element. And then let's just grab this one last edge. Now we have this complete seam that will break this off into its own element, and then we'll hit D, and we'll have, you get to see that it updates the selection, selects the entire element, and now we have a separate element. So that's really the difference between your break and detach edge verts, and where to find them. You also have another option to find your break, and you can find that here within the explode section of your interface.